Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. How are you? Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. In the month of December, I have, in the month of December, I have been teaching about how to attract more clients, improve your income or increase your income for salon professionals. So whether you're a waxer, a cosmetologist, a nail tech, a licensed therapist, all of these things have been for your benefit for December. And just roll right into announcements real quick is so the dollar sale that I did was about making thank you cards for your clients and showing you how to create them so that you can build client retention. Yes, I'm wearing a jacket inside because your girl is always cold. But so anyways, I was teaching about thank you cards and the importance of them, and then I did a $1 sale for you to get the tutorial on that. And what I did was I messed up, and I said the last day was yesterday, but I had set the timer on the landing page for to end today. So some of you were able to get it today as well. And if you were able to get it, so if you got it before today, then I let you know that you could get 75% off a Pick My Brain call with me. And then if you got it today, then you were able to get 50% off a Pick My Brain call today. So the call could be anytime in December, but you just had to book it by today. So that is what I offered on the Salon Tea email list. So if any of you guys wanted that, just send me an email by today and pay by today, and then you'll get your Pick My Brain call for this month, either 75% off if you ordered the thank you tutorial any day besides today, and then if you order today, it's 50% off. So that's the first announcement. The second announcement is the mini course is open. You guys know I've been talking about this. For those of you who are looking to attract clients, a few of you have been sending me messages letting me know, like, oh my gosh, I am building my clientele, I'm needing help with getting clients, all these different messages. Well, you definitely want to get into the mini course. So I'm going to talk about what is inside. So it is a 15-day course. For those of you who like structure and, courses and stuff like that. I really like that. I know a lot of you guys like that, especially if you're just that type of brain where you like to have it in sections instead of just all the information at once. So it's in modules, and you get the emailed modules every 3 days. So the first set of which is the first module, is about creating digital price sheets. And I've been talking to you about the importance of creating digital price sheets. It's important because, one, you have something that you can give people that shows you your prices, but also it's something that it's hard to lose digitally unless they lose their phone or something. Hey, Smiley Skin 22, welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. So that's one of the reasons you want a digital price sheet. There's a lot, but that's one of them. The second reason I want to talk about is that it's a good way to follow up. So if you are talking with somebody who's a potential client and you're like, they're like, hey, I would love to know your services, your prices, then you can give them your digital price sheet, and you're going to give it to them through email, through text, however you're going to do it. And then you have their contact information, and then you can follow up with them in a few days to really solidify that sale or that client. So that is what is important. And the first module is showing you how to create that. So we go into Canva, and Canva is free. You can get the paid version, but you only need the free version to do the module. And I show you exactly how to create your price sheets digitally. Also, what I do in that tutorial is I show you how to organize your services that you offer to clients. Because say you have, actually, because this is the reason why, your service menu is going to change. The longer you stay in business, it's going to change, because you're going to like some things, you're not going to like some things. You're going to find that your clients gravitate to things more and you like doing those more. It's just going to change. So I teach you how to set it up a certain way so that when you do change, it's not a headache and everything's organized. Because my thing is, I want to teach you this information, but I want to teach you it where it's organized, so that way it's not just all this information just stuck in your head. It's like there's a system to it. So that's the first module. The second module in the mini course goes into booking systems. Everybody should have a booking system. If you are a salon owner, if you take clients, whether you braid hair, you wax bodies, you do lashes. Hey Monette, welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. Hey SCEO, welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. You should have a booking system. So really the first module goes into the second, because if you have that, if you do the homework of setting up your services, I also give you a template in the first module on picking the services you want to do, writing out the descriptions and everything. So once you have that, you can just easily fill that into Acuity. Acuity is what I use for booking. My booking system is Acuity better than Fresha. So I have not used Fresha. Well, let me backtrack on that. I did try Fresha, but I didn't like it. Fresha now comes out with a lot more stuff, and I haven't looked into it than they did before. Acuity, I find, is better. There's a lot less problems that happen with Fresha. I'm not saying that Fresha isn't great, because when I used it, it was early in their process, so they have come out with a lot of new stuff. Like they emailed, I'm still on their email list, so they emailed today with new stuff. But Acuity has just been better, and better for me. And then the estheticians that I was around that had already had a business before me, they were using Acuity. And when I look at people that I want to be like, or I see people who are doing really well and they book clients, a lot of them use Acuity. So I try to do what people who are successful do. So Acuity is somebody who's like. So in the first module, that is what we do. I teach you how to create your booking system. If you don't use Acuity, you can still use the module will still help you, because it'll help you organize things. But if you use Acuity, I do a step-by-step tutorial. Yeah, see, that's what the problem is with putting your email list on Fresha. With Acuity, it's easier, and I show you how to, not in the mini course, but if somebody wanted this, because I learned this late, sometimes Acuity doesn't connect all the time with your email list. I know how to do it now, but before I didn't always know how to do it. So you can grab reports from Acuity, which is great, and then put those emails into MailChimp. Third module goes into, networking with professionals. I was just talking to somebody today how they will benefit so much from the third module. They'll benefit from all of it, but the third module is basically influencer marketing. And I didn't even know this was called influencer marketing when I first started doing it. But it's basically having contracts with people that have some type of influence, and you do services for them. You make some type of agreement, and they market for you. Someone can call it, some people call it brand ambassadoring. Whatever you call it, it works, right? It gives you clients. And so I give my ways to do it. I've been burned, and burned is kind of like a bad word because it implies that it just went horribly, but I learned from it. Where I've worked with celebrities, and even though they were a celebrity from TV, I didn't get any clients from them when they were marketing for me. And so one thing I teach in there is, how to go about picking these people, My way of doing it is not like a typical way of doing it, so I share what has really worked for me. An example of that is, I have she's not really a client. Well, she is a client. But I reached out to her blindly, like, hey, and I used my criteria that I use. Hey, would you like to, collab, whatever? And I didn't even know she was on TV at the time when I was talking to her, but she was. And I've literally gotten so many clients from her. Those clients I still serve today. And even though I'm not serving them in the salon right now, they're buying products from me. So it's a great way to get clientele. Even if you just use that portion of the mini course, the module 3, you will gain your money back from just doing that module 3. Also, in the module 3, I talk about the importance and how to network with the people that you are renting with or by. I think sometimes estheticians forget, or salon professionals forget, that the people that you are working next to and near, you want their clientele, and you want to have them refer you their clientele automatically without like, oh, I don't know if I trust them, did this. So I talk about that and how to do that. So the 4th module is following up. I love me some following up because it does work and it makes you money. I hope if you did watch yesterday's live, I gave you homework to follow up with 30 of your clients last night. I hope you did it. I really hope you did it, because you will gain sales and bookings, and just keep following up. We talked a lot about that 3B Waxing Show is still up. The 5th module is connecting with your friends and family, and how to do that so you are making sales from people you know. So that's the mini course. The price of the mini course is going to go up. It says 1 day and 8 hours. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna stick with that timing, because I had to time everything a certain way with the dollar sale and that sale, so it may extend a little longer, but you can get it for a really good price right now. So those are the 2 announcements. I didn't even bring my water when I was in here. So let's get into the intro and then content. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. And so you remember, welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. I am Becca, a pro waxer, skin therapist, and a licensed esthetician since 2010. I help people remove unwanted hair, acne, discoloration, ingrowns through full body waxing, chemical peels, facials, and products. I have my own product line, which is my exfoliating pads that have been sold all over the US, the UK, Canada, the UAE, and the Netherlands. The acne ingrown pads, and then the fruit enzyme pads, which announcement that I forgot, all pads have been sent out. And then if you ordered any PCA products or skin script products from me this week, they're all being shipped out either today or tomorrow. I help estheticians start their own product line, start their own salon suite, attract clients, and improve their waxing technique. Some things that you may care about that make you want to listen to me is I've been the lead esthetician and pro waxer at a high-end gym in Newport Beach, and the regional trainer at a waxing franchise. So companies literally paid me to teach this stuff. If you want to know when I go live and give tips on esthetician business, growing your business, increasing your income, attracting clients, then you want to join the Salon Tea. Click the link in the bio on Instagram at 3B Waxing. Join Salon Tea, it's free to join. If you are actually interested in waxing and you want to get waxed and you're looking for an esthetician to wax you, or you want tips on how to improve your waxing, then join the Wax Lounge. And then if you are interested in skincare advice, skincare ingredients, then join the lab. Next month, December, December. We're in December. Next month, January, I will be talking about waxing. So I'll be about waxing, how to get your best wax, all that stuff. So you want to be on the Wax Lounge list. So the topic today, I wrote some notes because I didn't want to forget, because I knew there was going to be a lot of announcements and talking in the beginning. So the topic is I wrote it differently when I typed it into Instagram. How giving things away leads to more sales. So you may be like, I need to make more sales. And you've been following me and you've been doing the upselling. You've been doing the following up. I hope you're doing both of them. And now you're like, I need some strategies for getting more sales by giving stuff for free. So obviously you want to give stuff for free that makes sense. So it is unwise to give free stuff for free to people if it's not going to make you money in return. And it sounds kind of like, oh, that's kind of heartless or whatever. But you can still give stuff that will, make people feel great and you thought about them. But also in the back of your mind, you're like, if they love it, they may buy it or want to do more business with me. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the ways how to get more sales with it. I have things written down, but I do want to talk about some like stuff's coming to me that I've done and I want to share it with you. So I'm kind of going to go off of, just talking, and then I'll look at my notes. Cause I have some good stuff to share with you. So one thing that will win whenever you are giving clients free things is giving them free things directly related to what they need and what they like. So if you've ever given like a gift to someone and it's like exactly what they need and they like cry over it, or they're just like, oh my gosh, I really needed this. I didn't know I needed it, but I really needed it. If you can find things that your clients really need, and they're just kind of unaware of, and you can give it to them, then that'd be great. So if you are on here and you do facials, say you do waxing, facials, lash lifts, everything, and you have a client who they know you do lash lifts, they come in to get facials all the time, they know you do lash lifts, you've offered the upgrade, but you're really not confident in your upgrade, but you literally hear them talk about all the time how they hate putting on mascara every morning. They hate doing their morning routine. It's just so long. And then you notice that they have naturally straight lashes. A free item that you can give them is a lash lift. And you can give it for a reason. I always find that giving something for a reason, like, oh, it's your birthday, or oh, I wanted to give you this, or I know you would benefit from this service, I would like to give you this, whatever it may be, referral, whatever. Give it to them, and you will see some type of return. It may be that they refer you somebody with the lash lift, whether they start getting the lash lift, whether they buy a product related to what you sell around your lash lifting section of your business, whatever it may be, they will come back. I would say the best way this has been done to me is, I will give an example of how this was done to me. So my business coach, or someone I did, one-on-one, I've had 2 paid business coaches, which I do have people in my life who've just been kind of like, people I come to for advice for business, but I've had 2 paid business coaches. And one of them, her name is King Ashley Ann. Shout out, go follow her. I'm her client, and she gave me a laptop, and I really needed it because I was, creating my landing pages and all this stuff. And that was something I really needed. And it was, one, a blessing, but it also was like, okay, in my mind, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so thankful for it. I'm doing business with her. I'm going to continue to do business with her. And I still do. And so it's kind of like that that. I'm trying to think of some other times that I've done it. I have done a scenario where I've given somebody a gift for the birthday, a client a gift for their birthday. Actually, no, it wasn't for their birthday. It was for all the referrals they gave me. So I had a referral program, but I also had a client who was just giving me so many referrals. And I was like, you know what? I'm just, hey, Amos of Beauty Company, welcome to the Bee Waxing Show. Good to see you. And so I had so many referrals from her. So I was like, let me give her a facial. I know she would be able to use it. And it happened that I gave her the facial on her birthday. But after that, she became a facial client. So that's what I mean by giving things for free that the person is really going to use and like, and find value from. Like, I'm literally doing that, thinking of what I'm going to give a few clients right now, for some reasons, but I want to do something specific to that person. So you want to find something they'll really love, or something that all your clients will love if you're going to do it as a whole group thing. One thing I have on my notes is the big thing is you want your clients to try something new, especially with services. Having them try something new is going to increase your sales, and giving it to them for free is like, nothing. I have given not chemical peels exactly, but like chemical peel spot treats for free, and then that person will come in for a chemical peel. So what you just got to do is find out what that person would really benefit from that you offer, and then look at your cost. Like, is it going to be worth it? If it's a product, you may want to be a little careful with that, because products do get expensive. I find that I'm okay with giving products to certain clients who've been with me for a long period of time. So that's something you can think about as well. Another reason this works is because it gets that person in touch with your business and in touch with you more. So it's basically, they get involved in your brand way more. So an example of this, there's a lot of examples I have of this, but if you've been following me for a while, you know that in October, I think it was October, maybe beginning of November, I gave away those soap bars that my client created. I had helped her with her product line, and I bought some of her soaps and then gave them away on live. Literally, all those people who won, actually, not all of them, 2. So 3 people got it. 2 of the people who won have purchased things from me since. Even though they weren't in touch with my brand specifically with the product, they were in touch with my brand because I was going live, we were talking, I sent it to them, and then, because they were involved in my brand, they knew what was going on, and then they purchased things that they needed. So that's another way that free stuff has helped. And then I wanted to share something that I saw someone do specifically, and it really just made it clear to me that when you give little things that help people in your business, they will purchase more stuff. A lot of people say it's like just how it works, like people want to in return give you something, but I've literally seen this work. So I was watching this girl on social media. It was through Facebook. She did like Facebook lives, and she would put them up on YouTubers so you could watch them later. But she would be talking about her products, and like I was interested in buying her products, so she would talk about her products and like what they do, and like basically kind of what I do here when I'm talking about the pads on the show. And so she was talking about her products, and she was in a store talking about her products. Like, she owned the store, and people were coming up and purchasing the products from her. And she was going live during all this. And so when a customer came up to the cash register, she'd be like, hey, I have a client, so just a second. And then she would like start talking to the client and then, come back to us once the client was gone. But she didn't realize, like, she was just selling us her product, right? She was just telling us about the product, like, oh, I'm in the store, like, this is my everyday life. Well, as a person who has a business, I like see things through the eyes of like business, and like I get ideas from that, or I learn business stuff from things that you would think like have nothing to do with business. Like, I was buying stuff from this person, so it wasn't like I was, looking for business advice. But one thing she did that really stuck with me, and then I started doing in the salon, is say that person came up to the counter. Hey, Empress Lachey, or Lachey, welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. Say a person came up to the counter with their product. She'd be talking to them, bring it up, put it in. Would she put it in the bag? I can't remember if she put it in the bag or not. She'd ring them up, and then she'd be like, oh, I want to give you this small thing. She had a bunch of small things. Like, her business was where you could buy all kinds of things, like small, big. It was like so much inventory. Hey, Mrs. Lenina RN, welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. So she had these little things. She'd be like, oh, this you may want to try, and explain the thing. She's like, I'm going to give it to you, to try it. So she'll put it in with their product that they put on the counter. Literally every single person in this live that I was watching, for those of you just starting, I'm talking about a story of someone who I learned how important giving free stuff was by her doing it, and I was just watching as a consumer, like trying to purchase products from her. And every single person added something to their cart after she gave them something. It was almost like, I was like, does she know she's doing this? Or, because it was so crazy to me that she was doing that, and it was working every single time. But it was literally, she would be like, oh, okay, here you go. You want these little things, add to it. And they'd be like, you know what? Let me grab this. It was like a subconscious thing. Literally, it kind of was like witchcraft, even though it's not. I'm not saying it was. But it just worked really well. And I know I say it a lot. I can hear myself saying and it's driving me crazy. Anyways, that's how I realized it worked. So after I saw that video, I was like, okay, I need to start doing that in my salon. And in my salon, I don't have a lot of little things, but I had like little stuff I can give. So for a while, I was making sure that every client who came in to me, they got something when they left. They got something little, whether it was like a sample of a mask, exfoliating glove, and it was something of value that I would sell, but it was something. So when I started 2020, my goal was to have every client leave with something in their hand. So for those of you who were coming to see me before we got shut down, my last thing I was giving away was these like non-alcoholic ciders. They were like sangria flavored and stuff like that, but they had no alcohol. And I was like, oh, this year is going to be great for my business and for my clients. Here you go. And I gave a bunch of those out. Now, I had already been kind of doing this with little things I would get. And my mom, obviously, you guys know I talk about her all the time. She has her business, and a lot of the stuff that you guys get either in your packages or in the salon, she makes through her business. And so I was already doing that, but in 2020, I was like, I'm going to make a conscious effort to make sure everybody leaves with something. So I may have like missed a few people, but mostly I was trying to give something away every single time of value. So whether it was like again, the exfoliating gloves that I sell, or it wasn't anything that was too costly, right? Because, I'm in business. There's some things that I just need to make money on. But it was something small. There was the clay mask I was giving out for a while. There were, some of you remember this if you're watching it now or if you're going to watch it later. The lip plumpers, I gave quite a bit of those out. And what I did on the lip plumpers, they were plumpers / hydrators. So they hydrate your lips and they plumped them. You're like, why did you use them? Because your girl got plump lips. But they hydrated them as well. And what I did was, and I recommend you do this for your salon because it worked really well, is I was like, hey, to my email list, I was like, hey, I have these lip hydrators and I would love to give them to my clients. I only have a few left, so I'm going to start giving them out today and then give them out till they run out or whatever. And then I got some more bookings and people love that, and then they would buy more stuff from me, or they would book like, oh, I'll see you then. It just works. I can't even explain when I watched that girl that it works, but when I started doing it, I was like, this works. This is working. It's a lot easier if you have a lot more products. Like, I do have a lot of products as far as PCA, SkinScript, and 3B waxing, but I don't always carry everything with me. I do a lot of drop shipping. So my thing is more service-based. So I would notice people want to get more services. Since we were talking about their lips, they're thinking about their lips. We're doing upper lip waxes. But literally, this works. It's just like a golden moment. I don't even know if the video is still up on YouTube. I don't even remember what video it was. But it was like, oh my gosh, this is literally working. And the girl had no idea she was showing that aspect of it. Like, she was just, talking to us and then handling clients and doing what she does. And then I was literally watching, like, every single person added something to their transaction when she gave them something small. And then I noticed when they added something, she would give them something else, and then they would leave with it. So I'm going to leave that. So this is a lot, but that is how you use giving free stuff to make you sales. It's not just giving things all willy-nilly, which that can work, but if you can have a plan with it and then you start knowing that, okay, this is working, then you're like, okay, I know this works. I know this does well. After I did that, giving someone something for their referrals, like on top of what I was already doing, I realized that I could continue to do it. And I've done it while I have not been in the salon. So right now, I am not taking people in the salon because it's not safe out there. And I've been doing pads, and I have been doing skincare products and skin consultations and pick my brain calls, and what else do I do? Courses and classes and all that stuff. There are people who I will just give things to for specific reasons, and it comes back to me. It winds up coming back to me that they'll make more sales. And I'll give them specific things based off of what they've told me. So there is a young lady who I'm not gonna shout her out because I don't know if she wants me to shout her out, but she was asking me about waxing, and then she purchased products from me, and she was asking me waxing on the 3B Waxing Show. And so I thought she was going to book me for getting waxed, my, wax with me calls. But she didn't, but she kept buying products. So then I was like, let me just give her the wax, the underarm wax class that I created where you learn how to wax yourself. And literally, she purchased more things from me. This has happened so many times in my business. There is someone else that has been a longtime client of mine. She knows who she is. Shout out to the other girl too. Shout out to this client as well, because I don't shout you out unless like you want to be shout out, because I mean confidentiality, right? But she has been one of my first clients when I first started, and she wasn't able to come into the salon as often. But she would like every single one of my posts. Like every post I posted, she was like always liking it, always liking it, always liking it. So I was like, you know what? Thank you so much for liking all my posts and, you know, being my social media supporter. And I sent her something that she would really appreciate. It was one of my products. It was the pads. And literally it was like I don't even know the deadline. I could look if I really wanted to find the dates. She booked a facial with me and then we got to catch up. But that's when I was like, okay, I need to find things I can give people, my clients already, and then new clients. It's mostly, you know, clients you already have, that will add value to them, and then they'll want to continue to support me and then get other services from me to help them. So that is all I have for you today. Let me know if you have questions about what we just talked about, whether you have questions about this or the mini course or the Pick My Brain special that I talked about. Drop them now. But yeah, this is today's topic. So, you know, my thing is just be a little strategic with your free stuff. But it literally works. And I feel like I'm like, oh my gosh, like here's the secret. It is a magic secret, but it's really not that hard. Just find out what your clients really want or need, and it feels good. Like I have a client right now that I'm deciding on what I want to get her. And my thought process is, so she has something big coming up in her life. And the reason why I am doing it is because, you know, when you guys know this, like when you're with your clients, you build these like relationships with them that are so strong. And when they get pregnant, you're like, oh my gosh, that's so great. Or when they buy a new house, you're like, oh my gosh, I know you were really working hard. Like you go through all these time periods with people. And the longer you do it, you just are like, oh my gosh. And so you just want to like give them stuff to say, oh my gosh, I'm excited for you. And I know you've been working hard on this journey. But then also be smart, because you're giving it from the business, something that they can use and then purchase later. She said, more info about the mini course, please. And thank you. Yes. You're welcome. So the mini course, I talked about it earlier in the announcements. Firstly, it's created if you are a really organized person or you like information organized. I know some of you, I'm like this, so I know a lot of you are like this too, is that you like your information in little spurts so you can really work on it. And the mini course is 15 days long. And every 3 days, you're going to get a module. And the module is going to have the topic, the video, the homework. And then some of them have worksheets that you need to do. And the first module is about creating digital price sheets. We've been talking about this for a while, and there is a lot of reasons why digital price sheets are going to attract clients. But one of the biggest ones that I've been stressing to you, or to everyone, not just you specifically, but to everyone, is when you give somebody a digital price sheet, you are giving it to them through your number or your email address, and you get their information, even through a DM. And when you get their information, you're able to follow up with them a day later, 2 days later, 3 days later, to solidify the booking. On top of that, you need digital price sheets because they're great to post. When I first started and opened up 3B Waxing, I was posting my digital price sheets a lot. I also was posting them in my stories. I was talking about them. I was posting them everywhere, sending them to people. So that's one reason. And then in the course for the first module, and I was talking about this earlier, is I like to have things organized. So I show you how to set up your services and your descriptions all in a spot, and then that way you can always pull from it, because the truth of it is that your service menu is going to change. What your clients like is going to change. You're going to see what your clients gravitate more to. You're going to decide, you know what, I don't even like doing this service. Why do I even have it on here anymore? Or you're going to add to it. You're going to change your prices. You're going to add things to services where you need to change the description. So I set it up so that if you do all this in the beginning, it's not a headache when you need to go back. Or if you need your assistant to go back and do it. So organization is key. Yes, it's so true. It's so true. So, because there's a lot of stuff I did that was organized in my business, and I'm so thankful for it. But there's some stuff I didn't, and I have to go back and reorganize it for someone else to do it, or like work it for me. So that's the first module. The second module is about booking systems. I show you how to create your booking system and set it up correctly in Acuity. Everyone should have a booking system. It's great to get clients while you're asleep. People are just booking you. You don't even have to go back and forth with people. The great thing about it is people can see your prices and how long it takes for the service, especially out here. And I know in a lot of areas where you guys are at, a lot of my followers are from New York. It's similar. But even in other towns, I know Georgia is another state that's really big following me. People don't have much time, and so they need to know how long this is going to take, what your guidelines are. And also, one great thing about booking systems, and I've done this from the beginning. Hey, the Joomers, welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. One thing about booking systems that I've done in the beginning, I'm so glad I did it, is I required a credit card for everyone who books with me. And you can do deposits and stuff like that. That works too. But I have found that doing a card has just worked really well for me and my clients. And it sets the tone. Because I guess what I'm trying to say is, in a nice way, is that some people are just not serious about booking you, and you can weed out those people with requiring a credit card. And then when they see your booking system, they see how you're professional you are and all that. And what module 2 does is that to ensure payment? Yes. So literally it ensures that, because I require, if you cancel on me after 24 hours, I charge 100% of the service. So whether you make it or not, I'm still getting paid. It also is something about the clientele. And I don't know, I do know how to explain it. It's just, people are more serious when they have to put their card down, rather than if they just need a book and don't need to put anything down. That is what I have found. I've been doing this a long time and realized that cards, the serious people are going to do it. And I want serious people because I don't really want to waste my time. And it is what it is. So I started that in the beginning. I did for like a week take it off because I started hearing other people and I was like, oh my gosh, well maybe, other estheticians were like, oh, I wouldn't want to do that. And I was like, my time is different. I don't need to, my time is totally different. She said money talks. Money talks. So that's why I put, I want the booking system in mini course, so everyone needs it. And then also there's just things in there that you need to have. One thing we talked about 2 weeks ago was that if you are struggling with upselling your clients, you can put it in your booking system until you get comfortable. Just when they, like, if you come in and you are looking to get a Brazilian from me, you're going to be asked, do you want an underarm? Do you want a facial? Do you want upper lip wax? Do you want a face wax? I'm going to ask you a whole bunch of stuff. And then when you come in, I'm going to ask you. And then when we're talking, I'm probably going to bring it up. So, but I'm going to bring it up in such a slick way that you don't know I'm selling. Because we've all, been where we've gotten our nails done and they ask us, do you want to get your upper lip waxed? And that's not really the smoothest way. So that's module 2. Module 3 is networking with other people that have influence. I'm very thankful that I just thought of this, but then as I got more into social media, I realized it's a real thing. Like, it's a very common thing people do. But I really like my method of doing it is networking with other people who have influence. And it doesn't have to be celebrities, which I've done. It doesn't have to be people with big followers, but there's a way to pick the type of person you want to work with and collab with that's going to be beneficial. Because I've had ones that haven't worked and I've had ones that have worked really well. And it has nothing to do with like that person's status, I don't think. And in module 3, I share how I got the people around me in my Phoenix suite to refer clients to me. That's good because you offer the extra services because they're already there, saves client time, and increase your renewal rate. Boom, exactly. Module 4 is following up. So I've been talking a lot about following up. Yesterday I gave homework, like if you are struggling with sales, follow up with 30 clients and then follow up with 30 clients today. Hey Sarah, welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. I think that's Sarah. Yeah, hey Sarah. So I give in that 4th module my whole system, the entire system of following up. It's in depth, and I was literally doing this when I first started. I was following up this much. You guys when you take the course, you're gonna be like, she really was following up this much? Yes. And I think what people get scared of is they think that you're gonna bug the client when you are following up that much. People will tell you if they're bugging them. A lot of times people are just busy. Also, I teach in a way where you're selling, but you're not really selling. Everything I teach, you're selling, you are still selling. Your whole goal is to make money. But you're not selling. Like, you know what I mean? She said it to me. Yeah, like I'm selling now, right? I want you to work with me, right? I can help you. But I'm also giving you so much information. So like it doesn't really feel like selling. So that's what you're doing when you're following up. You're following up, you're showing people you care. You answer their questions, and that's what the following up thing is. So I show you how to do that, and then depending on where you are in your salon, you can take away and replace things. Example is that I would do a lot, right? I was doing the most with following up, but I was making sales, so I was making sales from the clients I already had, so I didn't have to really stress to get new clients, but I wanted new clients. But there was times where I was starting to get so busy that I was like, I can't do all this. So then I would take out one of the following ups and replace it with Acuity. Acuity has a feature where you can have it set up to follow up with the client automatically. So some of you have done Pick My Brain calls with me or have done skin consultations with me, and you will get an email, bing, 24 hours later. How's your skin doing? Are you doing any of the things we talked about? Did you order the products? Da-da-da. Or if it's a Pick My Brain call, have you worked on the information that I talked about? Have you started the homework? Like, what's going on? Da-da-da. I know you can do it. I usually have some encouraging words in the email, and I'll change it up every so often. But yeah, so you can automate whatever you need to, but I give you the full strategy so you can pick and pull what you need. If you do the full strategy though, you won't be just making sales from like 4 clients, making continuous sales. And then the last one is getting your friends and family to pay your prices. She said, following shows that you actually care of the client. Plus, make more sales because you personally. To increase your marketing by word of mouth. Exactly. So that is, and then I missed it, but Empress said follow up is important too. So yeah. And then lesson 5 is just how to reach out to your family and friends about your services. People tell me this lie all the time, that my family and friends will not support me. They'll never support me. Da-da-da-da. Okay, there are people out there that are not going to support you, right? They're just called haters. There are people, like, it is what it is. But there are friends and family that will support you. And it may not be buying your product, but it may be, sharing your stuff, maybe liking your stuff. It may be telling other people about you. And if you go into the attitude of that person's not going to support me, then you're just setting yourself up for failure. Just be like, they are going to support me. And I have found that more family and friends support you when they see a lot of strangers supporting you. It is what it is. But for the ones who haven't supported me, that I'm like, oh, they're family and friends, they could really use my stuff, I'm like, they'll come around. Maybe they need to see me with some more celebrities, but they'll realize they need me. And then they're gonna wish they got to me sooner. But so I show you how to reach out to your family and friends. And I'm also trying to push the mindset of just have a better attitude about the people around you. Or is it jealousy? It could be that's definitely a thing. And I've talked about this before on the show, is that sometimes I think it's just there's like jealousy, but then there's also like the jealousy where it's like good jealousy, where I don't know if you guys ever had that jealousy where you feel like, oh, I'm jealous of the person. I'm not really jealous, but I'm just like, I see them doing that. Now I know I can do it, and I should be doing more for myself. And I think some people are just like, they see you like rising and doing your own thing and having your own salon and taking clients and making your own money, and they're like, it's like a reflection, like I should be doing way more than I'm doing, and I need to get on my game. And if I'm around this person, I'm gonna feel like I need to level up. And then so that might be it, because if you're around somebody who's like getting better, always improving themselves, and and you're not doing anything, then it's like, what am I doing? Or the wish I coulda, woulda, shoulda. Yeah. So that's the last module, is family and friends. So that is the mini course. It is on sale right now, and it will go up. I don't know if if you click the link in the bio, you can read through and see the modules and look at reviews and stuff like that. It's the second button right now, just because I still have the thank you card button up and I just haven't taken it down. There will be This weekend it will go up. I just don't know what day. So right now it has like a day and 8 hours, but I may move it just because I had to switch some things around with what was going on. But this weekend the price will go up again. So that is the mini course. Whether you are in school, you are a esthetician, about to start your own business, or you have your own business and you need to attract more clients, then it is for you. So good questions. I'm going to end this. I think that's all I need to tell you. Tomorrow I will be live at 3:26 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I always email Salon T before I go live. And have a blessed evening. I will see you guys tomorrow.